This spring, we made a day trip out to the towns of Pullman and Moscow. If you're not familiar, these are basically two college towns near the Washington-Idaho border, with Pullman being on the eastern Washington side and Moscow being on the western Idaho side. The closest larger city is Spokane, which is about an hour and 20 minutes away from Pullman.
Left turn ahead, and then turn right ahead.
Despite having snacks in the car, plus picking up donuts, we were hungry, so we started our day in Pullman by sharing a pizza. One unique thing about porch-light pizza is that a local Washington State University student invented the crust recipe. It is made from durum wheat, which is a crop grown locally in the Palouse. From there, we headed to the nearby Riverwalk and made our way along it until we reached the WSU Pullman campus. If you plan to do this, know that it is walkable, but there is a little bit of a climb. Our first stop was the Charles R. Connor Museum, which is an exhibit by WSU's School of Biological Sciences. The museum dates back to 1894 and currently houses the largest collection of birds and mammals in the Pacific Northwest. It is located in the Abelson Hall. Next, we walked to the nearby Hilt Hall, which houses the Marion Ownby Herbarium. We had trouble finding it, and when we did, it was closed, even though the website says it's supposed to be open every day. Too bad. Next, we kind of just walked around campus and looked at buildings. It was a nice day, so many students were out sunbathing. On our way back, we were feeling hungry and thirsty again, so we decided to stop in at a local yoga/smoothie place to get a smoothie to share. Our next stop was the WSU Bear Center, where they research grizzly bears. There are no tours, but you can usually still see bears from the parking lot, I think. At least we were able to. Now it was time to head to Moscow. It looked much busier around the University of Idaho, with cars lining the street near the golf course. Our only stop here was the Arboretum and Botanical Garden. It was a nice day and a nice place to wander around. Some things were in bloom, some weren't quite there yet. Typically in Washington and the Idaho Panhandle, if you're seeing a lot in bloom, it is probably too cold to not wear a sweater, but this spring had some warmer days. We could have stayed longer, but next we wanted to do a hike in the Palouse, so we headed out. Unfortunately, we wore ourselves out too much, so we weren't able to do a very big hike, but it was still nice. Everything was bright and green. Then it was time to head home.